super excited. We got some carrots growing. Good evening, everybody. It is like 4 p.m. I'm on my way home now. I just went to my mom's to get some clothespins for my herbs so I can hang them to dry. And while I was there, I was curious to see if my strawberries from 10 years ago, not that long ago, but from a while ago, were growing. I go back there and I see this plant. I'm like, what the hell is growing back here? Because it looked like weed. It hella looked like weed, and I was very confused on what was growing in my parents' backyard. There's some garden they weren't telling me about. And eventually, after my initial shock and confusion, I ended up Googling, like plant AI image searching, whatever. Found out it was a hops plant. I was like, okay, well, I knew my dad was into brewing, but I didn't know that he was like growing his own hops. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, are you growing hops? He's like, well, I was a while ago. I was like, oh, well, it's still back here. So I was just very confused that the hops were back there. But then at the same time, my mom and I were talking, and I asked her like what she's gonna grow this year. And it kind of got onto the topic of if I go over there and, you know, do the dirty work of cleaning the beds that they have. They have raised beds, I think. I think they're technically raised beds. I don't really know the difference, honestly, but she said if I go over there and do the dirty work, I can use their land to garden. And I'm very tempted. I just can't afford any like soil or mulch. You know, I still need to buy more soil for my own garden plants and stuff, but I wouldn't mind using their garden to grow more of the things that I know I can't grow because I don't have sun. If you guys don't know, I live in an apartment, and all I can garden on is in my greenhouse inside and my little porch outside. My little porch outside does not get enough sun for me to feel like I can grow some things. So I'm thinking I might be tempted to go and do that. To go and like, you know, utilize the garden that they aren't utilizing. Because they have the beds. They got the beds built, oh god. I think I was in maybe 8th or 9th grade when they did that garden. I think it was probably 8th grade because it was the end of my 9th grade year that I was getting graded for it. But they built that garden, so yeah, about 10 years ago. So I was like 14, which is cool. And I think they gardened in it maybe 2 years or so, and then they just didn't. So I mean, like there's empty land there that I can definitely grow some fun stuff. Like things that I wouldn't dream of growing, you know, at my place, because my place is tiny and small. And so I'm considering her offer, basically. I'm considering her offer because the whole thing was she said, you can plant your stuff here, you can grow your stuff here, we'll water it for you. I was like, okay, well, if you're going to water it for me, then that's great. Because, you know, the whole reason I've thought about it, and my boyfriend's lovely grandma also suggested using my parents' backyard for my plants and stuff, and I wanted to, but it's like I live 15 minutes away, and a convenience factor is kind of important to me. But if my parents will do the watering and the weeding and I just have to grow the stuff, then yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I know honestly in my heart I will probably just go over and check on my garden anyways, because, you know, what good is a garden if you're not the one who's like maintaining it? But I think I might do it. I'd have to figure out some logistics, but I think I'm gonna do it. Oh, hello. We're backed up here. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking, is I'll probably take her up on the offer. I need to get on it now though, because the frost is almost past us. I think Mother's Day is when we can start planting actual things. So I gotta kind of decide what I can do. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm gonna go now so I can just drive home in peace. Y'all, they are being so freaking cute right now. I think this is the most they've allowed each other to like actually snuggle with each other. But this is insane. This is progress. They're like becoming besties. Good morning, beautiful sunny day. My parents have decided to so kindly let me use their garden, as I mentioned. I have to clean it up. Adam and I got most of it tilled yesterday, but now I need to rake all the dead grass and shit and weeds, and I'm gonna put it in a little compost pile. Okay, I don't have wood mulch. I just put the soil in to the garden, and I don't have wood mulch, but my mom just raked up a bunch of the leaves in the front yard, which are all, you know, dead. So I'm gonna crumple them up and throw them in there. I just finished doing some of the backyard stuff. I'm gonna go home now, plant my stuff at home. I've got some strawberries and some herbs that I'm gonna do. And then, yeah, I'll plant the seeds tomorrow when I come over for Easter. That's kind of the goal here. Hopefully it works out. I just showered, got home and I planted all my shit. Like the tomato seeds, the peppers, the flowers. I planted everything. It's supposed to get cold tonight, but only like 40. Fingers crossed. I planted all my other herbs in my little greenhouse now, and yeah, that's I can tell I got sun because I'm red. My back also, I don't know if you guys can see this, my back got tan from the last 2 days, which is crazy. But I'm excited. I'm actually really looking forward to this year's gardening experience because I'm working with a lot more space and a lot more plants and flowers. So he don't crack. Yes, you are. But yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens, to see what grows, what doesn't. I'm all for the learning experience of what's gonna grow and what's not. So I'm very excited. Good morning, you guys. It is Easter Sunday. It is about 11:30 or noon-ish. Currently, I'm just making some top ramen for breakfast, and then I'll probably walk on my walking pad, and then I'm gonna go to my mom's house tonight for dinner, and I'm also gonna plant my seeds. Now, it is Easter in Utah. A lot of people are saying to wait till Mother's Day to plant some warmer things like tomatoes or whatever, but I am okay with things failing. I must have slept good. I have like marks on my arm. I am totally fine with seeing what works and what doesn't. And because like this is my first like real garden that's like my own. And I did make the decision like a month or two ago to not start my seeds indoors. Because if you think about it, a lot of people back in the day never did that. So, I don't know. I'm willing to just like plant things and see what happens. Obviously, I'm keeping a notebook of everything I'm doing. So like if it doesn't work out the next year, I can actually do it a little better. But for now, we're gonna plant them and see what happens. Also, one thing I've noticed about growing older is I used to never get seasonal allergies, and ever since I turned probably like 18 or 19, I would get seasonal allergies, and it's like, why? What did I do to deserve this? I used to never have allergies, and I was like, what the hell? Why am I coughing and sneezing and can't breathe at night, bro? It's been because I've been outside. It's a trade-off, unfortunately. I get to go outside to garden, but then I come home with sunburns and allergies. These are their Easter presents. And then my mom got me these cute pants, which I'm in love with. Alright friends, that is going to be this vlog. I thought I was gonna have more to post, and then I didn't, so that's what you get. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.